and 16 RBIs. There's a ground ball to the right side, just beyond the reach of Hessman. They're going to wave Nick Johnson, and he will score with no throw. So it's the Expos breaking through. On the ground to short. This one harder hit, but booted by Rafael Furcal. The run will score. And it's a 2-0 Expo lead. Rivera scores from third. Schneider moves to third. Long run for Green. He can't get to it. Vidro's got a base hit. Schneider scores. And that's an unearned run too, since the error by Furcal would have been the third out.
Jinko. That's hammered to left field. Will it stay in the park? No. Andrew Jones. Home run number 12. RBI 32. It's 3-1 Expos. Out of appearances. Looper, left center. That's going to get in. He's done it again. Drew will score. Wise makes it the third. It's 3-2.
Here's the 3-2 on the way, and it's hit high and deep to right field along the line and gone. Home run number 7 for Brad Wilkerson, his first hit in this series, and that makes it 4-2.
There was nobody sitting in that seat. So.
Up the middle, base hit for Juan Rivera. Another run is in. Orlando Cabrera scores, and guess what? It's another unearned run. Runners on the move again, and Schneider lines one into right field. That's going to get Nick Johnson home. Around to third goes Rivera, and the Expos are breaking it open here in the 8th inning. Here's the 1-2. That's a fair ball. Well, you got the wild pitch to get Drew into scoring position, and that's all Johnny Estrada seems to need. He's 2 for 2 again tonight in that situation.
That's the Expos. Rocky Biddle came in with 10 saves. We go bottom 9. Mark DeRosa leads off for Atlanta. This with the Braves down 6-3. Tony Batista cuts it off over there at third and has issues. DeRosa safe at first. 2 batters later, pinch hitter Eli Morero. To shallow right, Jose Vidro back. Andy Chavez, Juan Rivera in. Runners at first and second. 2 batters later, Nick Green, who had his first career home run in the previous game. A 3-run shot here with 2 outs. Ties it at 6. Then drama. The next batter, J.D. Drew.
J.D. Drew hits one high in the air to right field. Juan Rivera back to the wall. Braves win.
Drew's 11th wins it. 7-6 Atlanta.
Mike Hampton came in 1-5. Hasn't gotten a whole lot of help from the guys wearing gloves behind him who've committed 10 errors with him on the mound. 4th inning trouble for Hampton. Jose Vidro, no one's culpable for that. It's a clean single. But then Tony Batista right through the rookie Nick Green. E4. The Braves had 4 errors on the afternoon. Next batter, Orlando Cabrera will walk to first to load the bases for Nick Johnson, who strolls likewise. That'll score a run. 4-2 Spos. Hampton walked 5, and then he got to take the walk to the clubhouse because Bobby Cox had seen enough. Hampton, 3 innings pitched, 6 runs. 2 batters later, Einar Diaz off Antonio Alfonseca. He was 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Expos won at 8-4.
NL Central leading Cincinnati, hosting Montreal. We got 3 former Cincinnati high school stars playing, including Zach Day, the Expos pitcher. He's a 95 graduate of LaSalle High. He could use some run support. He could use a guy like Ken Griffey Jr., 5 home runs away from 500, 17 RBI in his last 13 games. And, of course, Griffey, an 87 graduate of Moeller High School. Day against Griffey, and he walks. Griffey went 1 for 2, 2 walks. And, well, the next batter, crack, back, trick, jack. Adam Dunn takes Day yard, 2-run homer, his 15th, and the Reds up 2-0. Top 7, we're tied at 2, and there's your tie-breaking shot. Brad Wilkerson, who grew up in Kentucky but came to a lot of Reds games as a kid, had a lot of fans in the stands. 2 home runs in this game, 4 home runs in 4 games against Cincinnati this season. Our third Cincinnati native is Barry Larkin. He pinch hit. He went to Moeller High School, 82 grad. Bottom 9, 4-2 Expos, 2 outs, runners on the corner. Barry Larkin checked the swing, didn't matter. They rung him up, and the Expos win.
Expos in Cincinnati. Paul Wilson looking to become the first Reds starter to begin a season 8-0 since Mike LaCosse in 1979 gets Orlando Cabrera in the second. Wilson allowed only 1 run on 1 hit in 6. Bottom 4, Tomooka facing Ken Griffey Jr. Say hi to my small friend. His 15th of the year, career home run number 496 as we Count down to 500. 1-0 Reds. Next batter, Adam Dunn. And there it goes. Dunn's 16th, and it's 2-0 Cincinnati. Or Sparky Anderson always said Cincinnati. Top 9, 3-1 Reds. Danny Graves in with 2 outs. He's been lights out, but Tony Batista punches his lights out here. To left field is 5th, and now it's a 1-run. Reds lead 3-2. Next up, Nick Johnson. His first National League home run ties it at 3. And the wheels have come off for Danny Graves. But the Reds need more heroics. They get it. Bottom 10, 2 on, 2 out. It's Adam Dunn again. And Dunn, walk-off, his second of the game, 17th of the year. The Reds, what has gotten into the Reds? They've won 16 of 21. They come back and beat the Expos 6-3 in 10.
For a while, he wasn't sure. Griffey showing off his sweet stroke early. Bottom 1, Reds down 3. Not anymore. Griffey over the top. A 2-run homer. This one off of Hernandez, the 314th pitcher to allow a homer by Griffey. Number 16 on the year, 497 of his career. Bottom 3, still 3-2. Griffey's next at bat. One swing, tie game. Number 17 on the year, number 498 of his career. You think Melissa at home was getting a little worried? Number 100 as a Red. Bottom 9, the Reds, though, were losing 5-3. Your pinch hitter is Jacob Cruz. And Cruz, a 2-out home run, tying the game at 5. That one off of Rocky Biddle. Cruz's first homer since May of 2002. Bottom 9, D'Angelo Jimenez. One of his 3 hits. Nice timing. Up the middle, scoring Barry Larkin. The Reds win on the strength of Griffey's 50th multi-home run game. He's 2 away from the milestone. Let's compare. Junior played 53 games last year, which is the same number he's played this year. Although his batting average is almost identical to last season, Griffey Jr. has already surpassed his home run and RBI totals from 2003.
Expos took game 1 of the doubleheader in Kansas City. Game 2, bottom 3rd, Tomooka pitching, and now he is hurting. Carlos Beltran right off Oka's arm, breaks a bone in the pitching arm, could miss as many as 3 months. Beltran wasn't off the hook either. Matt Stairs with the fly ball to Brad Wilkerson. Beltran's going to head home on the play. He's chugging. Shaken up on the play, does score the run. He would eventually leave under his own power. Expos sweep 7-2.
Great Northwest, Seattle hosting Montreal. John Olerud, only 6 RBI in his last 29 games. Bottom 1, no score, 2 out. Ichiro on second. And the Mariners haven't scored a run in their last 21 innings. So is Ichiro going to end that streak? If he's wearing his PF Flyers, yeah, he's not. That's 22 without a run. We go bottom 9. It's now 29 2/3 scoreless. No score in this game. Livan Hernandez, he's gone the distance, and he will take the loss. Pat Borders singles, and the Mariners win 1-0. 9th time the Expos have been shut out this season. Great Northwest. 2 lowest scoring teams in baseball. Top 7, Mariners up a field goal. Jamie Moyer gets Brad Wilkerson look, and then he says something to Charlie Relaford, and Brad Wilkerson's just become the first Expo player to get ejected this season, and that's saying something when we remind you who's on their team momentarily. Frank Robinson out, Wilkerson in the dugout, he's not happy. And then, hey, what happened there? That's a spectacular HD. It's Carl Everett. He's on the disabled list. He knocks over the camera. He gets ejected.
Should be on the mentally disabled.
Everett, look at, knocks over the camera. Carl Everett, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Robinson walks back to the dugout, and he hits another camera. A lot of camera hitting. Mariners win it, 3-0. It's the top 9, 1 out. Get out! Chalk Jones batting $148 in his last 17 games. This one not only getting out, it's get out of the way. Goes right at the cameraman in center field. Jones 12. Chad Cordero trying not to blow his first save op since replacing Rocky Biddle, trying but failing. Christian Guzman puts on something soft. And Orlando Cabrera, he had the hard choice, goes to first. Luis Rivas scores. We are tied. Top 11, Jeremy Peacock. 8th Expo pitcher, and Rivas homers deep to left, or did he? Well, Tony Batista and Brad Wilkerson, they're coming out to argue, and Frank Robinson will soon join him. The big yellow pole going to come into play. That's the foul pole. Third base on Brian North.
You got like a string up there in Canada. They don't even got a pole.
Yeah.
That's how bad they are.
We showed you right there. It looked like it was foul. Frank Robinson says you're choked. He not only showed it, then he went out and mimed it. Got tossed because of it. Expos dropped their 5th straight, 6th straight, 1 loss game, 5-4 final.
White Sox in Montreal. Mark Burley looking for his 7th straight win. Top one, El Caballo. Carlos Lee. Say hello to a little fry. His 6th. 2-run shot, 2-0 White Sox. Put it on the board, yes. 7-7 in the 8th. Lee needs a triple for the cycle. Singles up the middle. Juan Uribe scores. Lee going to go to second on the throw. He would strike out in his last at-bat. Carlos Lee 4 for 6, drove in 4. The White Sox win 11-7, but Burley was roughed up. Gave up 7 runs on 10 hits in 6. Making his major league debut, and what a second inning. Tied 1-1. Juan Rivera, 2-run shot, is 3rd. It's 3-1 Expos. Later in that second inning, it's Rivera up again, this time with the bases full. His first career grand slam, 2 home runs and 6 RBI in 1 inning for Juan Rivera. Munoz allowed 11 runs on 10 hits in 3 and 9-run Montreal second. Chicago trailed 11-1 after 3, but they come back in the 4th. Juan Uribe, a 3-run shot, his 10th. Sox get 5 in the 4th. They're down 11-6. We go to the 6th. It's Uribe with the bases loaded. And this will clear him. He doubles to left. White Sox are now within 5. It's 14-9. They chip away. They get 3 more in the 6th. Chicago still putting them up on the board. 7th inning, it's Uribe again, and the bases are loaded again, and again he comes through. Career high 7 RBI for Juan Uribe, who was 3 for 6. It's 15-11. Still in the 7th, they're loaded for Ross Glode. Up the middle, 2 more come in. So Chicago manages 4 more runs in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Runners on the corner, Sandy Alomar. Jose Vidro to second, Orlando Cabrera. 15-14 Montreal. And it's our man Uribe. He's been coming through all night with 2 guys on here. And he goes down looking, inning over. Yeah. What a buzzkill. Bottom 8, Termel Sledge. The sledgehammer, his 6th. What a game. The Expos snap a 7-game losing streak. They hold off the White Sox in a nail-biter, 17-14. In fact, the game's so wild, we go SportsCenter old school just for yucks. It's a scoreboard. Montreal scored 9 of its 11 runs off Munoz in the 2nd for its biggest inning in nearly 5 years. Juan Rivera became the first major league player to hit 2 home runs in 1 inning since Pittsburgh's Reggie Sanders did it back on August the 20th. And what a night for Juan Rivera, the real deal. Became the 4th different Expo to hit 2 home runs in 1 inning, and the first since Mike Lansing did it in 1997. He also became the 11th major leaguer to hit a grand slam as part of a 2-home run inning. Rivera also became the first big leaguer to drive in 6 runs in 1 inning since Fernando Tatis had 8 in 1999 at Dodger Stadium.
White Sox Expos, instead of trying to top Saturday's 17-14 marathon, these two go the opposite direction. Bottom 6, 2 outs. John Garland. He's perfect going into the 6th, but walked the bases loaded. Had a no-hitter, no-hitter. It's all gone. Vidro, the hit up the middle. 2 RBI for Jose. 2-1 in favor of the home team. Jose Valentin gets that one back off Zach Day. Solo homer, his 12th of the year. We are tied up at 2. Bottom 9, 1 out. Game tied. Orlando Cabrera. Get out off Garland. The buffet's open. Let's see it. Expos win it. This time a nice 1 hour and 54 minutes.
Expos and Phillies. Jim Thomey's hit 11 homers this month. That's 1 shy of his career high in any month. But we're focusing right now on Brad Wilkerson. That's his 12th, not of the month, but of the year. Off Brett Myers, Wilkerson went 3 for 3 with a walk. Livan Hernandez in Struggle City, winless in his last 6 starts. What's a struggling hurler to do? Grab a bat, my friend. He takes over at the plate. There's a double in the gap in right center. He'd later score. Bottom of the 6th, it's Hernandez again, and again another double. Brian Schneider would score. Hernandez goes 2 for 3, an RBI run scored, and the Expos win 5.
Phillies 11-3 in their last 14 against the Expos, visiting Montreal Wednesday night. Kevin Millwood 0-3 in his previous 7 starts. 2nd inning, getting some support from Jim Thome. Say hello to a little fry. His 24th, that leads the major leagues. We're tied at 1. Bottom 5, Millwood rings up Endy Chavez. He went 6 1/3, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits. Boy, did the Phils need that. Millwood's first win since May the 11th. They go to Montreal and beat the Expos 5-3.
8th inning, Phils down 3-0. Jim Thome fixing to change that with 2 on. That is a drive to right, and that will be, well, it'll hit the top of the wall. David Bell scores. Bobby Abreu stops at 3rd. Thome at 2nd. Jim Thome came that close to tying it up with a 3-run shot, settled for his 52nd RBI. 2 batters later, Thome at third, 1 out. Mike Lieberthal, fly ball. Brad Wilkerson settling under it, and we're going to have ourselves a play at the plate. Thome is running, and Thome is out. Watch it again. Wilkerson with a great throw. Thome paid about $12 million, not for his legs though. No win for Milton. Expos take their 4th in 5 games.
The Blue Jays were hoping their first ever 3-game sweep against the Expos would be a reality, but thanks to Montreal's early power surge, led by former Blue Jay Tony Batista, the Expos left Skydome on a positive note.
I think I feel pretty good, thanks God. I think, I get more opportunity today to hit the ball pretty good and nobody catch.
It's more easy for me to go over there and keep my, my mind relaxed and try to make some pitching. But I know what I say is I don't go over there and try to throw fastball only because the other guy, the other team, he want to come back and win the game. So I try to make my pitches and, I got 1 bar inning.
Against the Montreal Expos, and we continue with our cycling theme in David Bell's 2nd inning, facing Sonny Kim. Doubles down the left field line. Start of a big day for Bell and a not-so-great one for Kim, who allowed 6 runs on 6 hits and only 3 2/3. Let's go to the 4th inning. T.J. Tucker. He's in there now for Montreal, facing Bell. Say hello to a little crap. His 9th 3-run shot for Bell caps a 6-run Philly 4th. They get a big lead. 6th inning. Now it's Claudio Vargas facing our man Bell. Singles to right, scoring Bobby Abreu. If you're paying attention, you'll know David Bell now has a single, a home run, and a double. That's right, a triple shy of the cycle. 7th inning. His last triple, September 27th of 2002. Rocky Biddle in there. Bell looking for 3.
In the air to center field. This one's got a chance. It is off the fence and in play. Bell around second. He's going to try for third. He's going to make it to third. The cycle for David Bell.
Bell, a 2-2 pitch off Rocky Biddle to left center that appeared to deflect off the outreached hands of a fan in the first row. The ball carried him towards center field and away from Brad Wilkerson. Frank Robinson out there stating his case. Robinson said the crew chief said he thought he would have been a triple anyway.
I didn't even realize what happened until I got to third base. If I had hit a triple earlier in the game, I probably would have been aware of it, but I just hadn't thought of it for some reason.
Phillies win 14-6. Bell 4 for 4, a career-high 6 RBI. Phillies Expos, 2nd of 4 at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies 39 home runs this month, 3 shy of the team record for any month. They hit 42 in June of 77. Bottom 3, Placido Polanco off Sean Hill is 4th. That's the Phil's 40th homer in June. Bottom 5, Bobby Abreu off Rocky Biddle, a 3-run shot is 16th. 41 home runs and counting in June. Bottom 8, it's David Bell, who went 2 for 4 one night after he hit for the cycle. 2-run shot, his 10th, and it's 15-7 Phillies. Their 42nd home run in June. Bottom 8, pinch hitting, it's Tomas Perez. 2-run shot, his 5th. The Phillies break a team record home runs in a month with 43. They win 17-7.
Expos and Phillies entering the day. Most homers by a Philly in a month. That would belong to, yes, the Cy Williams. That's right, he has the record with 15. Jim Thome needed a home run to tie big old Cy. Would he get it? You bet. A 2-run blast off of Zach Day. Thome ties the club record. That's not all. The Phils finished June with 44 homers, 2 more than the previous mark set in June of 77. Juan Rivera up now in the 6th. Rivera. Bobby Abreu doesn't care. What a great catch. Rivera robbed at this at bat. Meanwhile, Rivera will try again, and this time, Bobby can't catch up to this one. Rivera 2 for 4, is hitting 247. Nick Johnson would score. Take another look, but boy, did he come close, didn't he? Expos would win. 3 hits for Jose Vidro, hitting 439 during a 17-game hit streak.